What's really good, University of Miami Hurricane football fans? Your boy Alonzo1219, aka Diehard, back in the building, doing a post-game video for the Miami North Carolina game. As you can see, I'm in my hotel room. You know what I'm saying, and made this 600-mile drive, a little over 600 miles, and another loss, another tough loss. You know what I'm saying? Things happen, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess we know we have a lot of things that we need to work on. Offensively, defensively, man, you couldn't ask for a better effort once again. Manny Diaz, you know what I'm saying, that defense flying all around. Jackson, Quarterman, Pinckney, McLeod, Norton, I'm trying to name that. Corn Elder playing like a first-round draft pick right now. He's playing out his mind right now. So there are a lot of positives, you know what I'm saying? We got some young defensive backs that's not playing bad. We playing a lot of young guys, man, especially on the defense side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really have too much to complain about what's going on the defense side of the ball. Last week, loss was so upsetting that, you know what I'm saying, it was just so depressing that it was hard to even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It was hard to mention anything that went on in that game because it was just like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? You really didn't, you know what I'm saying, you really couldn't take it any kind of way. So it was a tough loss last week. You know what I'm saying? It was real tough loss last week. This week, I don't know if it wasn't as tough. I didn't take this one as hard. You know, that first and goal on the 4-yard line and to get a stop, you know what I'm saying, was unbelievable. I'm just so encouraged by this defense. This offense, on the other hand, once again, 13 points. You know, we had a couple drop passes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to blame Kaya for those drop passes and things like that. But he actually rolled outside of the pocket a little bit and made it a better game, but he's still just not doing what you know what I'm saying, what he did last year. And I don't know if it's Mark Rigg or if it's Brad Kaya right now. You know what I'm saying? Who is it? Offensive line protected very well tonight, except on a few plays, like that last play. You know, they gave up a sack fumble on that last play, but it was desperation. You know what I'm saying? We had a minute and 40-something seconds on the clock, so it was desperation, really. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's scrambling, trying to make a play, and it just didn't happen. The crowd was there tonight. You had a few North Carolina fans, but the crowd was there, especially for the rain, and it was a hangover game, and fans were talking about not showing up. And when I first got to the stadium, like an hour and a half before the game started, it looked like it was going to be a bad. I think I might have tweeted out, it's not looking good. But the fans actually showed up and, you know, did their job, man, and stayed to the end. You know, so I actually enjoyed the atmosphere and enjoyed the game, but being behind all game long was kind of miserable. You know, watching our offense play like the Miami Dolphins offense is kind of miserable. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Ryan Tannehill back there or Brad Kaya. And people killed me last week when I was saying this. We finally get our tight ends involved in the game and the Njoku and Herndon, and we move the ball downfield. If you watch the game, I was there live, man. If you watch the game, when those two guys are involved, man, our offense is hard to stop. And even the touchdown in the back of the end zone when his foot was out of bounds. You know, hey, you get that guy a shot at the ball, you know what I'm saying? And they gave him a shot and he got out of bounds, but he still caught the pass. I know he had one drop in the game, you know what I'm saying? But besides that, man, we got the two best tight ends in the country and we need to use them more. The season's not lost, you know what I'm saying? We got a long climb. Still got Virginia Tech. We got to play them. We'll probably be out of the rankings this week, deservedly so. You know, when the offense that only could put up 19 and 10 points, you know what I'm saying? It was fool's gold in the first 4 games and people were getting upset, but I would say we hadn't played anybody. Even Georgia Tech, we hadn't played anybody. And we only put up 21 points in Georgia Tech. So you look at it. 21 against Georgia Tech, defense scored 14. 19 against Florida State, defense didn't score any. And we probably would have won the game if defense would have scored 14 that game. And 20 points this week against it was 20 points last week and 20 points this week against another fierce offense. And all we can put up is 13. One block kick, you know, what else was it? A block kick, and we just couldn't move the ball. This read option is driving me crazy. Why are we running a read option with a guy that's as slow as a turtle who they know is not going to hand the ball? If I'm the defensive coordinator of the other team, if they run the read option, I'm crashing everybody down and saying, you know what? If Brad Kite going to beat us running the ball 50 yards up the field, and let him have it. Let him have it. But we going to crash down and we going to make him run the ball. And he's not going to run the ball. So to me, that play is like a wasted play. Even though we do get yards off that play, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then, you know, those guys do bust it up 4, 5, 6 yards, you know, but a read option is really designed for a big play every now and then. We're not going to get a big play out of that read option just because Brad Kite is not a big play running quarterback. You know, so, hey, like I said, it's not over. You know what I'm saying? The season isn't over. We still got, you know what I'm saying, home game for Pitt and the home game for Duke. I probably won't make the Duke game, but I'm more likely to make the Pitt game. Just depends on, you know, whether or not I can get another day off for vacation and stuff like that. Because these trips are really expensive. You guys see me, man. I'm not staying in no cheap hotel, man. I'm not staying in a Roach Motel, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best, you know what I'm saying? We stay in a pretty nice hotel out here in Miramar, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty expensive, you know what I'm saying? So it's not cheap, especially the side of town that's in Miramar. So, you know, hey, a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans at the game tonight, you know what I'm saying? Some people traveled in and, you know, did that. But, you know, it is what it is, man. You can't win them all, and we definitely didn't win this one. So, hey, hold on for 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to pause for a second, but yeah, man, it was a good experience. The stadium they finally finished that side. On my side of the stadium, they finally finished where it was raining. You know what I'm saying, pouring down hard on us. They got that part fixed. So I'm loving the stadium. You know what I'm saying. I'm loving the Miami Hurricane fans, the fan base for showing up. You know what I'm saying, and I'm like I said, I'm just gonna be more positive, man, because. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can speak negativity during negative times, and I proved that I could do that last week. You know what I'm saying? So we got to find some positives out of what's going on, man. And we still got 2 very good tight ends that will be back next year. Guarantee you that. Offensive line that showed signs this week, whether or not people want to believe it or not. Offensive line that showed signs this week. Brad Kite got outside of the pocket, so I'm encouraged by that. You know what I'm saying? And I think the offense will come along a little bit. You know what I'm saying, next week against Virginia Tech. We'll see, but I'm thinking everything will come along a little bit. There were a cadence of boos at Mark Richt. I don't know if you guys heard it, man. But the fans let them know they were not happy with all these run plays and not throwing the ball downfield. You know what I'm saying? So he did hear that, and I'm pretty sure he got a little upset about it. But, you know, hey, man, we stayed there until the end of the game, to the last play. The fans stayed, man, and they showed their appreciation. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, we lost the game, man. The guys got to move on to next week, and you know that the Rome wasn't built in a day. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. It takes time to build a program, and you got to give them time. You got people calling for his head already, and I'm shocked on that part. You know what I'm saying? You can't call for his head already. You know what I'm saying? You got to get this guy time. You know, he's doing a lot for this program in a little bit of time. So I'm definitely going to be patient with Coach Richt, man. I'm not calling for Coach Richt head no time soon. We got to go 0-12 within the next 3 or 4 years for me to be calling for Coach Richt head. So if you guys want to hear that, that's not going to happen. Not calling for this guy's head, man. You got to give him time to build his program. But I would like to see him open it up a little more. And if he can't, he has to get used to it. We screaming for offensive coordinators, and I've been one of the ones who said maybe we need an offensive coordinator. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, that's fan overreaction sometimes. We overreact. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of overreacting right now. You know what I'm saying? It's when we losing. But keep showing your team support. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I'm overreacting on Brad Kite. You guys might feel like I do, but I've seen this movie before over the past few years, you know what I'm saying, with him not performing in big-time games and not making that big-time drive. He just hasn't done it yet. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he won't do it, but he just hasn't been done yet, you know what I'm saying, in 3 years. So we shall see. We shall see. But let's give Coach Richt some time. He don't even have any of his players in yet. The 3 freshmen that came up on it, they came up here, all those freshmen that came in, those are still Al Golden players and Coach Richt, and then Bunch got those guys balling. We have a great coaching staff. I'm not going to be upset with anybody on our coaching staff. They just have to. Rome wasn't built in a day. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep saying that. Rome wasn't built in a day. You know what I'm saying? And you got to give these guys times to get these guys, you know what I'm saying, acclimated to their system and get them ready. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my night. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I big up to the youth for, you know what I'm saying, putting these out today. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, to all the young, all the women out here, and some men, but all the women out here, man, that we love so much, our mothers, our daughters, our sisters, you know what I'm saying, that has been affected by this terrible disease. You guys, you know what I'm saying, hey man, respect, man, and to all the cancer survivors and those who have passed away from this terrible disease, breast cancer, man. Hey, let's see what we can do to find a cure. You know what I'm saying, for that disease, man. So our mothers and sisters and daughters and aunts and grandmothers and everybody don't suffer from this disease anymore, man. Let's take care of our women. You know what I'm saying, and hopefully everything will go right, man. But I appreciate this, and I really believe in supporting, you know what I'm saying, our women and going through this here, man. So it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, man. Thank you, University of Miami, for taking this so serious, and I appreciate it. Anybody don't like what I gotta say, I don't even care. Whatever. Comment on the page, man. Love you guys, man. Get me right. Though I do care. I'm just playing with you. I do care. Man, get me right, man. You know what I'm saying? If you see I'm doing something wrong, man, get at me and I get back at you. But I'm going to be a little bit more positive this week, man. And thanks to everybody who subscribed to the page. Thanks to all the family members. It's getting harder and harder for me to comment to everybody because, I mean, I'm getting flooded. And that's what I really want. I'm getting flooded with comments, man. People are really, this is a really interactive fan page. So I'm loving what I got going on, man. I think we're up at 562 subs, man. So we're growing, man. We're taking our time, but we're growing as a page, man, and as a channel. And we're gonna keep doing what we do. We're gonna keep representing these Canes, win or loss. It's easy to be a fan through the good times. How good is it to be a fan through the bad times? And try to be a positive fan. We all gonna have negative things to say every now and then. You know what I'm saying? And speak your mind. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not rosy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling people not to speak their minds. I'm not telling people to just to always be, you know what I'm saying, John Cena or something, you know what I'm saying? The power of positivity BS, you know what I'm saying? Speak your mind, let them know how you feel, but at the end of the day, we all Canes fans. We got to be a little bit more positive about Mark Richt and what's going on in this program. So, man, love you guys. Throw out my you every day, all day, every day. Representing these ladies on breast cancer awareness, you know what I'm saying? And we going to make sure that we take care of our women, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Love you guys. We out.